Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fragrance Banter podcast. I'm Myke.
And I'm Steve.
And we're two friends smelling fragrances that I have hated and giving them a second chance, I guess. This was your idea, Steve.
Yeah, basically, I just wanted to make you suffer. So we're going to be smelling a fragrance that Myke hated originally. And I was like, are you sure? Have you tried it since? Give it another go.
Yeah.
I've never smelt it before. So I could be falling into the same trap that Myke fell in originally, where the name sounds good, the notes look good, but it just wasn't what you expected. Is that right, Myke?
That is right. Yeah, I was so hyped on this one when it first came out, and what a letdown. It was a disaster. And so I'm hoping it stays a disaster just so I don't look like an idiot, but it has been years since I've smelled this.
I'm excited for this. So we're going to be smelling Labo's Tonka 25. There is an existing episode on your old podcast.
Yes.
Is that right? You did. So I probably must have listened to it, but as you say, if it was years ago, I can't really remember. So I will this week go and fish that out, actually, just to see. After recording this, I'm going to hear your response and see if it's changed. I'm going to fish that out. But like you, back then, I've never smelled this. I like the name. I love the smell of Tonka. Most Tonka-based fragrances I love.
Yeah.
There's the shower gel that I use now is like this quite sort of posh-ish shower gel, which is Tonka and Neroli.
Oh.
And I love it. I love the smell of Tonka. Most Tonka fragrances I like. There's one that I mentioned on a previous episode that I smelled in Essence last year, Tonkaholic, which I'm still thinking about buying because it's so good. It's so kind of yummy. But the bottle we discussed on a previous episode is horrendous. It looks like a sex toy. So I'm basically where you were years ago smelling this. I'm excited for it. I think this looks good. The notes look good. I love Labo as a brand, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
Basically. And in many ways, I'm sort of hyping myself up for this. It's a bigger anticlimax and I get kind of like you were. But
right.
So I'm hyped for this. I'm really hopeful. And I think this is going to be good.
I'm going to try to treat it like a new experience. I'm trying to erase the hard drive and start over, but I have a review that makes me think it may be harder than I think to do it. And this review comes from Tamo2, and it's a long one, so I've cut it down to my best part, which is, the dry down is horrible on my skin. When I get a whiff of it, I immediately knew there was some sort of animalistic musk to it. Sure enough, after looking at the ingredients here, of course, I didn't do it in store, I saw the notes. It honestly smells like a beaver's butthole. No lie. Literally the best description.
Wow. Okay. The thing is, there's nothing in the notes that's... So musk, I think, can go animalic a little bit, maybe. Literally, is my new thing, actually, is clicking on the notes on Fragrantica, and it takes you through to what the odor profile is of that note. So that's so musk I often associate with quite a clean, almost powdery scent, but there can get like an animalic kind of vibe. So the odor profile for musk, for example, is there is a wide variety of sources for musk smelling materials, including synthetic musk and natural ones, mainly obtained from plants, since deer musk is forbidden to obtain and sell. The musk is a secretion inside an internal pouch on the abdomen of the male deer. In order to get it, you have to kill the deer. So hence why that's obviously not true. But it could be that somebody's synthetically recreating that type of musk.
Yes.
And then I don't know if I've dreamed it, if I'm confusing it with something else, but Styrax, again, it might be that I'm thinking of something else, like civet or something that can, because Styrax isn't, again, it just describes it as a dry balsamic note with floral and woody nuances, depending on the method of extraction. So I think I might be confusing Styrax with something else that can go animalic. So really, there's nothing else there. The notes are musk, cedar, tonka bean, orange blossom, Styrax, and vanilla. Again, what's not to love? This, I'm diving into this fragrance. I'm excited. But before we do that, Myke, I need to ask you my friend question of the week.
Okay.
And it's a simple one, this one. I'm curious to know, what is the worst gift you've ever received? Don't say divorce papers.
Yeah, I don't think she was intending that to be a gift. I can tell you the worst joke I've made for getting a gift. and then maybe the worst gift will pop in my mind. But back in college, I started recording bands. A couple of mics that you use over a drum kit or small diaphragm condenser microphones. They are very long and tubular, and I'd been saving up, and some of them cost hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And I was dating a girl at the time who was very religious. Her grandpa and uncle were both preachers at a church. Her family was very religious. They even had like a church band where they like all got up and sang and harmonized with each other. So it's just very religious. And of course I was, the hellion. We have Christmas together. So I go over to her house. She gives me this. And first of all, I'm so excited because I was wanting this microphone, but the shape of it is of a certain type. And so all I say is, oh, this is perfect because this is the one that vibrates. And her parents got so upset they left the room middle of Christmas. I ruined Christmas for everyone because I made
fucking hell
sexual joke.
This is perfect because it'll fit right up your. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I literally stopped myself there because somebody messaged us a few weeks ago saying, can we keep it? I try and listen with my girlfriend. I don't want to put her off. So.
Yeah, don't listen to this at your girlfriend's Christmas.
Yeah, fair. Well, I'll tell you what, the worst gift I've ever received, while you're still thinking maybe, is a Christmas present actually as well. And it was from my brother, who he's a bit older than me. He was best man at my wedding. We lived together as adults. Obviously, we lived together as kids, but actually not so long because he's a bit older than me. But we lived together as adults. We were flatmates and stuff, or shared an apartment, as you guys would say maybe. So he knew me quite well. We were like really good mates. So no excuses. And I remember him and his now wife, I don't know if they were married at the time, I don't think they were, gave me a present, and I didn't open it there and then. They gave it to me before because we weren't seeing each other on Christmas Day, and I was with like an ex-girlfriend, and we were opening presents going through it, and I was like, oh, I'll open this one next. Oh, it's for my brother. And I opened it, and it was a Christmas pudding. And it was like the box of a Christmas pudding, and I was like, what the fuck, a Christmas pudding? And I naively thought like, oh, they've obviously just used the box of a Christmas pudding. There's something else in there. So I then opened the box and pulled out a Christmas pudding. It was literally, they just gave me a Christmas pudding. I couldn't believe it. It wasn't like, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it was like, it's not about how much you spend or anything like that.
Right.
But for someone that I literally lived with, who's my best mate, they couldn't think of something else than a Christmas. Because I remember years, I never actually said to them, I never sort of called them out for it, like at the time, sort of going, what the hell are you doing? But I remember years ago, I was in a car with them and we were driving somewhere, and they were complaining about some present that someone gave them. And it was at that point I went, hold on, you guys bought me a Christmas pudding once for Christmas. And they were like, oh, but you like Christmas pudding? I was like, yeah, but I want it as a fucking present.
That should already be on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
So have you thought about what your worst received gift is?
Man, that's a hard one for me. I'm trying to think, just because honestly, until I started dating people, I didn't really do a bunch of presents. Like I grew up, and what I would get as a Christmas present from my grandparents was typically like, if I needed a pair of jeans or something, I'd get a pair of jeans. And then I would get a stocking with like pecans, oranges, apples in there.
Myke,
and that was about it.
I really think you should go on America's Got Talent or something, because if you tell people your sob story of your life, you're guaranteed like a golden buzzer. Don't matter what the fuck you're doing. If you just tell people about your life, they'll be like, look, let's give this guy a fucking pass. Hit that buzzer, get him through to the finals.
No. I mean, because we lived off of like $600 a month, by the way.
Damn.
A lot of the money was spent because we had a big family that would come in. A lot of the money was spent on like the ham and stuff like that. So the priority was on the family dinner and the get together. Yeah. We didn't like emphasize gifts. And the same thing for birthday too. I would get like, if I needed a pair of shoes, I could get a pair of shoes or, something like that. But it was very old school. So I didn't really do presents until I got older. And then whenever I would date somebody, I would just be like, I don't really do presents. I would just always say like, I don't really do presents. So I'm like just now kind of getting into that. I did for the kids. I would do for other people, but I just didn't really expect much for myself. But I actually know the worst present I've ever received, and so do you. I just can't tell it on air.
Oh yes. Yes. I do know the worst present is. So sorry, listeners, we can't talk about that. But needless to say, it gave me a right old chuckle in a songs when you told me about it. So in Italy, so yeah, and yeah, well, I've even done a stand-up routine on it. So there we go. Anyway, let's get back to this fragrance. Right, so shall we do the pros and cons? Obviously, you've shared a nice review, and just to tease the listeners more, and also to get us sort of hyped for this, should we do some pros and cons?
Absolutely.
Hit us with some pros, Mike.
Okay, I'll give you the top 3. Mystic, dark, and inviting fragrance. Easily unisex and wearable for cool spring days, fall and winter. And a unique take on the Tonka note.
I'm getting slightly nervous now when they say unique take on the Tonka note. There's a few red flags going on here. Do you know what I mean? There's a few there's a few signals here. This is like
unique,
like Final Destination. The signs are there. I'm looking past them. I'm trying to be positive. In a minute, there's a shitload of logs that come crashing through my car windscreen. Right, the cons. Not what some people expected based on the name or notes. I mean, that is you to a T there, isn't it?
Yeah. Not
sweet enough for some gourmand lovers. May not be worth the price for some people. So I couldn't help but read the fourth one. And again, this is kind of comes back to what we spoke about earlier, and where does this sort of animalic note come from? And the fourth one was animalistic musk note can be off-putting for some.
Oh, okay.
I think we've stalled enough, and we need to smell this bad boy, don't we?
Yes, we do. I'm ready.
Oh man, I love the Labo as well. Right, I'm spraying. Ooh. Okay, so far so good. Okay, I'm liking it so far. It's after just giving it a minute. It's quite powdery. Definitely smelling the Tonka. Very powdery, and it's almost talky so far, like that powder vibe.
Oh, okay. I remember this.
Slowly starting to get a bit of funk now. Yep, definitely they got the funk coming through.
Oh yeah, so this is what...
Oh, the funk is coming. The funk is coming.
When I first smelled this, I said, this smells like a used urinal cake.
There's there is a... This is weird. I've got to give it a minute, but there's definitely a clean... And the powdery thing is smells a bit like talc, as in like proper like talc that you'd put on after a bath or shower, like as a baby or something. There's a little bit of that to it, but... There's a funky undertone coming through.
Yeah, I bet Barry loves this.
This is weird. It's like, I don't know. It's because it is nice. There's some real nice qualities to this. I'm really confused. It's like, I don't know. It's like a lovely woman who brings you in for a cuddle, but then she's just a bit too fucking strong. And
she ends up snapping your neck.
Yeah. She's like, just rams you against a wall or something, like, puts the choke on. Yeah, it's like that. It's like you meet a lovely woman, you think, oh, this is be pleasant, and then she starts getting a little bit freaky.
Let me tell you what worries me right now about this, and I'm fucking worried. This makes me question this whole hobby because.
He's having an existential crisis.
I am, because...
This could be the end of the podcast.
I'm getting ready to stop recording. No, it smells a lot better than I remember, which worries me, because after a while, I don't... As much as I love Barry, I love you. I don't mean anything by this. I don't want to be so deep into this hobby that I'm okay with smelling like shit.
Oh, I'm just getting the scrotum there with a hint of the rectum. It's just brilliant. Just put that on my... Yeah. Oh, it's you've just got to power through. You've got to power through that dog shit note. It doesn't last forever. There's a raspberry undertone. Just power through.
Exactly. This is what I'm talking about, dude. Because I'm like, I still smell some of the things I was like put off by in the past.
But you've got an appreciation for the creativity.
I'm like kind of weaving around trying to smell something. I'm like, you know what? I feel like over here it smells good, and over here. And I'm like, I'm not ready to be that guy to where it's just like, I like it, so I wear it. And everybody's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, here comes old shit stain.
Exactly.
Fucking nobody wants to box you in the gym because it fucking stinks so much. Right. So here's where I'm at. I would not wear this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking, if I smelt this in store, I would not wear this. But I do think, like you, I'm sort of deep enough that I can appreciate it. This could have been different. Like the Tonka is, as that person said in the cons or whatever, it's obviously been pulled out from one of the reviews. The Tonka is noticeable, but it's definitely not Tonkery. For want of a better phrase. Like all of those Tonka examples I gave earlier, there's a lot of like Tonkaholic, the shower gel I love. A lot of the Imani code is, really dominant with Tonka. It's not like that. So you recognize it as Tonka, but you're like, this is Tonka's weird cousin.
Yeah.
who spends too much time in his room,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, but bathroom.
It's really weird because there's, as I say, I can't get over this clean, talky thing that's kind of almost quite pretty. And I can imagine that on a woman, but then there's like this, but what's that?
Yeah, so I'm smelling what you're saying, and I'm like going, oh, there's a nice bit to this, but I'm still smelling that sort of like somebody's getting funky, and it's like there's a little bit of that urine note. Ugh.
Again, I don't know. I don't know if it's because what I'm imagining, like that clean talky thing. I'm imagining like a really, I don't want to sound stereotypical, like a attractive woman in a nice, pretty floral dress that looks like, like really pleasant. You'd like to take home to your mum, but she's been on the underground for a while and she's got a little bit of BO. You know what I mean? She's just a little bit funky. It's been a few too many hours since she had a shower. Do you know what I mean? It's like... Yeah,
I feel you.
It's such a shame because it's definitely got things that are pleasant, but it could have just been so much more. I don't know. To try and balance this out a little bit, I do think this might be one of those fragrances that smells a little bit different on different people, like a skin chemistry thing. And I think you often find that with those sort of musky alamalic notes. Some people, it's more alamalic and more funky than on others. Some people, it kind of comes across as more of a clean... we had this with, in many ways, the burger mask, didn't we? We did a week or two ago. That loads of people, again, you look at reviews in this and people are like, oh, it's super clean, super attractive, super fresh, super great. But then there's this funky, like we got that sort of funk, and a few people are like, no, I can't stand it. It's just got this horrible note to it, this horrible accord, and it's like that. That's the other thing I should say to be somewhat balanced is just to emphasize, Myke and I are sniffing it right up to the old nose hairs. Like
exactly.
We're not getting little wafts of this bad boy. We are sticking it right up to the old nose holes, which is probably not what it's intended. So again, and we said that about Burger Mask, where if you're just getting wafts of it, you probably wouldn't get as much of that funk. It would just be the clean, fresh kind of thing.
Right.
So where are you at, Myke? So how does it compare to, it's better, but still not?
Yeah, I think I've changed. It hasn't. And that's what's scaring me. Because I'm like, oh, no. I'm like teachers in that last couple weeks of school. You're just letting shit slide that, you're too laxed, man. And it's
like that Honda Accord that was made on a fucking Friday afternoon or whatever. You're like, it's just like 30 minutes before home time. Just fit it. That'll do. That'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just let it go. Let shit slide.
Yeah, I'm wobbling on two wheels here. I don't trust my opinion of this because, I am smelling some funkiness and I'm like dodging it. And there is things that I do like about it. And I'm trying to go like, oh, yeah, I kind of like this and I kind of like that. But face value, it's still, I'll save it for our trash and try it, buy it section. But It's the same fragrance.
I don't want to sound like your former podcast host, sort of flitting, back and forth. But it's not the funk is not as prominent now. So it was really clean and powdery and very talcid. Then that funk come through.
Right.
And now it's dying down a little bit. So again, it's definitely, there's some pleasant vibes to this. There is some pleasance. There's something pleasant about it.
It's like a girl breaking up with you, but she wore your favorite dress and she's real sweet about it. There's some pleasantries to it, but at the end of the day, it's hurting me.
I mean, I think we're probably agreeing with most of the sort of consensus on Fragrantica, etc., that this is not what you expect.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really getting hardly any vanilla, for example. I'm just getting that. The Tonka is recognisable, but it's definitely different. Maybe there is a bit of vanilla, but it's just quite talky. But it's like there's something sweet. It's like sweet but funky in the talc. But that funk has dissipated a little bit now. I mean, this is, like you say, this is making me. I don't know. I think in many ways, this is the sort of fragrance, and this is possibly where we're at in our, and I hate this fucking because it's so wanky, but where we're at in our journey. That sometimes when we go to like Essence, and I went to that niche fragrance event in London and stuff, and I'm smelling things for people, and I smelled like this, for example, just sort of things like this, and I'm like that. I'm like, I'm deep enough that I can appreciate it and go, yeah, that's kind of well done. I can get this, and that's nice, but I wouldn't own this. I don't love it. It's not appealing enough to me. I don't enjoy it. Where there's other people that are deeper down, like Barry, Tony, and that, where they'll be like, oh yeah, that's really nice. I'd own that. I'd wear that. And I'm not there yet. I'm not that guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not quite. Right. It's funny because you can, and people talk about your journey and where you're at and things your nose develops and all this, and I can see it. And I've paced my journey quite a bit. I'm quite slow. I still describe myself as a basic bitch, but I am at the point now where nearly all of my favorite fragrances are niche. More the fragrances I'm buying now are more niche, but I still like them to be somewhat, for the want of a better phrase, mass appealing, something that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm at, I think. So when I smell some niche that's a bit more creative or challenging, for another phrase, I'm kind of like, I'm not that guy yet.
I get that. I can see kind of past some of the things. I don't hate it. Like, it's not as visceral as it was the first time I smelled it. But again, early on, I was very sensitive to some of the things that I'm kind of letting slide now. So,
yeah, it's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is. It's got me worried.
It's funny though, because I do enjoy niche fragrances more now. As I say, most of my fragrances, certainly we did our top 10 and a lot of them are niche. There's not many designers now. I don't typically buy many designers really, but I still think I'm quite a basic bitch, but quite often now designers are quite bland. And I did a video when I was in London. I filmed a video for Chris where he got me to just blind smell some designer fragrances, and it was I was shit at it because it was I was smelling on paper, which I don't like doing, I must admit. That is the only excuse I'm going to use for this, because I always think they smell better on skin. You just get a bit more. And I always get a papery, I don't know, I literally can smell the paper, and it kind of ruins the fragrance for me. But I did say to the boys when we were filming that, it was surprisingly challenging because they were all quite sort of bland and generic. And at least when you smell like a niche fragrance, I said to them, I was like, in many ways, I wish I did the niche ones now, because at least there's going to be more standout notes or something that's a bit more distinctive. And again, that's kind of like this is, I mean, perhaps if I smelt this on paper, this would be quite powdery, so I probably would struggle as well. But yeah, I can appreciate it for what it is. That's where I'm at, but I don't enjoy it. That's the difference, I think.
Well, would you trash it, try it, or buy it then?
I'm very conscious that every week I go, oh, just try it. And, it's getting boring.
Well, think of it like, would you buy another decant of it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Me personally, perhaps that's where I'm going wrong with this when you ask me, is I'm trying to consider other people, because I do think there's some listeners that would enjoy this categorically, but you can say that about every fragrance.
Right.
There's some people that would enjoy Secretions Magnifique, for fuck's sakes. But so perhaps I need to think, for me, I would not buy this again. I would trash it. But I don't think it's bad per se. I do think some people would enjoy it, and I think it might vary on skin. I mean, I will say, again, I don't want to sound like Ryan, it's lost a lot of funk now, and it is a lot more pleasurable.
Where I'm at on it, I feel like it's better than the first experience I had with it. But that being said, it's still a trash for me. No thank you.
I'd love to hear what the patrons think to this. And we do also have a Facebook group, which I've been guilty of neglecting somewhat. So I'll put a post in there and kind of try and engage with those guys as well. But yeah, patrons, Facebook people, and just reach out to us and let us know, what do you think to this?
Yeah.
Are we the only ones getting this, or are you know, is there anybody out there that is saying, are you mad? What are you talking about? There is no funk. Is it just us?
Right. I mean, this is what we really want out of a fragrance, though. We want it to be divisive, because that means the people who love it will really love it because it's unique. And then the people who don't are not going to like it. I think it's better that you and I both, or at least individually, we go, not for me. It's a trash.
Just to call you out on that, just as a general question now. You said, you know, we want it to be divisive. Do you want your fragrance to be, that you're wearing, to be divisive? Would you rather you're wearing a fragrance that you know 99% of the people are going to really like? Or would you wear a fragrance that you know 50% are going to fucking love it and 50% are going to hate it?
Let me correct what I said. I feel like for a fragrance enthusiast, us as a podcast, people that are really into fragrances, I think for the experience of it, and we want one that has, but as ones that we wear, I don't want one that's like people will walk up and go, I fucking hate how you smell. And then some people go, I fucking love how you smell. I just kind of want 99% of the people to say that they love how I smell.
Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm quite liking it now. I still wouldn't order it again. I wouldn't wear it. But if I was smelling it on someone, a woman, I think it is more feminine.
Yeah.
Definitely more feminine in my mind. I'm imagining women, absolutely. I couldn't say, I'm not saying a man couldn't wear this, but this is definitely feminine. But it's really quite pleasant now, I think. I can't, I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't buy it again, but currently it's quite pleasant. It's the funks has sort of gone quite a lot for me now.
Oh,
and
okay.
And the vanilla, I'm getting a little bit more vanilla now it's dried down. Yeah, it's actually, I quite like it. Oh, what have I fucking become? I'm like Ryan Mark II.
Yeah.
I used to give him so much stick for like flitting.
Well, I mean, this one travels a little bit.
Right now, how it smells on my back of my hand right now is pleasant. I wouldn't wear it. It's too feminine. And I don't like love it. I don't go, oh my fucking God, I'm going to get this for my wife or anything.
Yeah.
But if I smelt this on someone, how it smells right now, if I went to give someone a hug and they smelt like this, I wouldn't think they had the BO thing that I said earlier. It's as I described earlier, a pleasant woman who's wearing a nice floral dress. She's not going out. She's not going clubbing. She's not in her sexy heels and short dress. This is more like a really pleasant floral dress, a lovely, I'm imagining a brunette with curly hair. I don't know why. It's sort that you just take home to your mum, and I'm imagining her. Earlier I said she's been on the underground. It's been a few too many hours since she showered, so there's a little bit of BO. I'm not getting that BO anymore. I'm just imagining her. That's what I'm getting now.
Okay.
And I like it.
I'm lonely. Where are you? Beautiful, curly-headed brunette.
I'll get you a gift.
That smells nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining the woman I'm imagining would work in a library.
Yeah,
but she's lady in the street but a freak in the sheets, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's genuinely, I'm sorry guys to sort of flit and go backwards and forwards, but this is fragrance. Obviously they do change, they do develop. How it smells right now, I'm not getting to it. That funk has dissipated, and I think it's because the funk has gone, the vanilla's come through from the base, and now it's a little bit sweeter and a little bit more pleasant, but it's still quite talky, powdery. So it's not a sexy fragrance at all. It's just a clean, pleasant scent that an attractive woman would wear to work in a library, and you take her home to your mum.
Yeah, give us a email.
I mean, are you still getting funk on your skin?
No, it's not as bad.
There you go.
But now I just don't trust myself. We'll have to report back.
Yeah, this is going to have to be we do the morning after the night before, the walk of shame.
That's right, yeah. Walk of shame review.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'd love to hear what the patrons and our listeners think to this. So do kind of let us know.
If you want to hear us smell again a fragrance that I've loved and Steve has never smelled, that's coming up. So go ahead and get into the Patreon and you'll be able to hear us smell a brand new fragrance for Steve and one of my absolute favorites. And until next time,
stay healthy and spray healthy.